Welcome to the inaugural Palm Coast State of the City Address. My name is John Walsh, publisher of the Palm Coast Observer community newspaper. We are proud to produce this exciting new event. I say new, but just new for our great city, Palm Coast. For years, we have attended and participated in other State of the City events in neighboring communities and thought it was about damn time we have one here in Palm Coast. The Observer took the lead to produce this event, but we had a great deal of help putting it together. First and foremost, I would like to thank the staff at the City of Palm Coast. Talk about business friendly. Please talk about business friendly. Working with them has been a real pleasure, from introducing the concept to City Manager Jim Landon, working on program details with Cindy Lane, Communications and Marketing Manager, to renting the space in this beautiful, newly reconstructed community center, Lauren Johnston, Recreational Specialist, and Alex Boyer, Director of Parks and Recreation. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just thrilled with this facility. How about a round of applause for the staff and this wonderful community center? Like I said, it took a lot of support from great community partners to make this happen. At this time, I would like to personally thank my team at the Observer and recognize our partners and sponsors. Our program sponsor, Coastal Cloud. Tim and Sarah Hale moved here for, like the rest of us, the quality of life, and in doing so, they created a company with its headquarters right here. And in just a few years, as of today, they've created 150 new high-quality jobs, and nearly 50 of those jobs right here in Palm Coast. Thank you to the Coastal Cloud team for being great community partners. Our valet sponsor, our good friends from Palm Coast Ford. These guys are great. They're great community partners. You'll see them from Little League to festivals. You just see them everywhere. And one more thing, expect a call from Palm Coast Ford later this week because they were appraising your vehicles while they were valet parked. And if you mention the State of the City, they'll take another $500 off. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would like for you to find the commemorative gold coin that was placed in front of each of you. And now, a huge round of applause to our great community partner and our friends at Chimento, Dwyer, Hertel, Grant, and Kistemaker, PL, Attorneys at Law, for providing us with such a great keepsake to mark this historic and very special event for the City of Palm Coast. Thank you, Michael. Our swag bag sponsor, Fred Costello. Dr. Fred Costello. It doesn't take many words to describe Fred. You only have to say, he lives to serve. Former captain, U.S. Air Force. Fred was also former city commissioner and mayor in Ormond Beach. Fred served as Florida State Representative and now as candidate for U.S. Congress, Florida District 6. Thank you, Fred. Our city champions, Klein Construction, Florida Healthcare Plans, Southern Strategy Group, ViStar Credit Union, and Yellowstone Landscaping. Thank you all. Now at this time, I ask you all to stand to welcome the Palm Coast Fire Department Honor Guard. As they present colors, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, National Anthem, and Invocation. Palm Coast Fire Department Color Guard.
Guard. Halt. Left. Hey.
At this time, I ask Mayor Holland and the City Council to please come forward to lead us in the pledge.
Stand. Ho!
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Now, Keona Lane will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in our, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order! Ho! Prepare. Post. Post. Forward. March.
Now, the invocation by Fred Costello.
Let's pray together. Father God, you are the uncreated one who created America to be a blessed nation, one nation under God. We're grateful to be the land of the free because of the home of the brave. Bless all who serve and protect our great nation. Lord, today we come together to celebrate the great city of Palm Coast. We honor the visionaries and past leaders who brought us to where we are today. We ask you to guide and bless the current and future community, civic, business, and elected leaders as they build Palm Coast into the community of choice it is destined to be. Give Mayor Holland and the City Council the vision, wisdom, and tenacity to truly lead the city as servant leaders. Bless all our law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders who protect us. Keep them out of harm's way. We ask you to bless the food, those who prepared it, along with those who partake of it. Grant a shared sense of purpose to all who are gathered here today. May all work together to make Palm Coast a beacon of hope in which residents of all ethnicities and generations support each other and thrive together. In your name I pray, and all in agreement say, amen.
Okay, please be seated. I hope you all enjoyed your lunch, and thank you to our caterer Ramon and his staff, and apparently the Observer staff for serving. Thank you very much. Now at this time, I'd like to introduce an old friend, Jake Scully, who will introduce the mayor.
Thank you, John, for that introduction to the introduction. As John mentioned, my name is Jake Scully, and among other things, I work at Coastal Cloud as a data architect, and I'm here representing the 150 or so employees of Coastal Cloud. We're headquartered, as you know, right here in Palm Coast, a leader in business and technology consulting, implementation, and ongoing support for the next generation of cloud-based technologies, such as Salesforce.com. With over 350 clients and over 1,000 projects implemented in just 5 years, which is crazy, we are one of the fastest growing companies of our kind. I know I speak for our founders, Tim and Sarah Hale, and the rest of Coastal Cloud when I say that even though our clients are across the country and a couple over the pond, we are proud to call Palm Coast home, and I'm excited to have an opportunity to say a few words about our mayor, Milissa Holland. As many of you know, Milissa moved to Palm Coast in her teenage years and has lived and worked here her entire life. Milissa has been a community leader in Palm Coast and the greater Flagler County area for more than 20 years, serving on boards of many local organizations and serving 6 years as a Flagler County Commissioner, including 2 as chair. While serving as chair of Board of County Commissioners, she led the county's strategic action plan, as well as the creation of the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy in Northeast Florida. After a term on the Flagler County Commissioner, she served with Southern Strategy Group, a lobbying firm based in Tallahassee, where she created a division serving state and local governments. She was elected Palm Coast Mayor in 2016 as the first woman and just the 3rd mayor in Palm Coast history. Currently, Mayor Holland represents the city as a member of the Palm Coast and Flagler Beaches Tourist Development Council, as a board member of the Northeast Florida Regional Council, and a member of the U.S. Conference of Mayors. This past year, she was chosen as one of only 8 mayors around the country to participate in the Mayor's Institute on Community Design. She also participated in the Bloomberg Philanthropies 2017 Mayor's Challenge, mouthful. That's an initiative to help city leaders across the country deal with today's most pressing problems. As you hear more about today, one of our priorities as mayor is to create an innovation district in Palm Coast and surrounding areas to attract high-growth tech and creative startups. As mayor, she's already introduced many new initiatives centered on entrepreneurship and innovation. Professionally, Mayor Holland is Director of Business Development, Public Sector at Coastal Cloud. I'm honored to welcome a good friend, a great coworker, and a truly dedicated public servant, Milissa Holland.
Well, welcome. Jake, thank you for that unbelievably kind introduction. I certainly appreciate it, and I want to certainly recognize and welcome my Coastal Cloud team, situated right here in the front and center of the room. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot today about our community, but it's an honor for me to be here. So welcome, everyone, to our first ever State of the City. Thank you to John Walsh and the Palm Coast Observer for putting this event together, giving us a chance to showcase this very special place, the place we call home, the city of Palm Coast. Thank you to all of the sponsors who helped make this today possible. And I'd like to introduce my fellow council members, Vice Mayor Robert Cuff. Rob? Council Member Heidi Shipley. And Council Member Nick Klufis. I also want to take a moment and recognize all of the elected officials from our community that are here today. Clerk of Court Tom Bexley. Flagler County Commissioners Charlie Erickson, Chairman Greg Hansen, and Commissioner David Sullivan, and our Sheriff Rick Staley. We work together to make Palm Coast a great place to live, work, and play. I also want to express my gratitude to City Manager Jim Landon and his staff for their dedication and hard work in serving our citizens and carrying out the Council's vision for Palm Coast, and I especially want to congratulate our Parks and Recreation Department for this beautiful facility. We are here today to reflect on the state of our city. Our theme for this inaugural event is making our future together. Rather than follow tradition by selecting a single word, about the state of the city, good, great, or strong, I want to paint a picture for you of what Palm Coast has become and where we're headed. First, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate our past and the foresight of ITT Development Corporation to see the possibility of Palm Coast and setting the foundation for a planned community built with amenities that enrich our lives. Responding to our growth, we reached a point where we, the citizens, decided it was time to take the lead in governing ourselves. And on December 31st, 1999, we formally became a city. I am proud that my father, James Holland, was one of the original members of the Palm Coast City Council, and I'm humbled to follow in his footsteps. I remember my father passionately working with others to shape the vision that helped Palm Coast become the special place it is today. My dad would spend hours and hours in his office pursuing grants and working to ensure that the tree canopy over Palm Coast Parkway was preserved for future generations. As a curious 20-year-old, I would ask him why. And he told me something I will never forget. Melissa, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Thank you to my father, former mayors and council members for creating this great first impression, our extraordinary city, Palm Coast. I'd like to recognize former Mayor John Netz and his wife Priscilla, who are here with us today. And former council member Jason DiLorenzo. The early city leaders of our city had sound aspirations for Palm Coast, and subsequent councils have worked tirelessly to maintain our high quality of life. Our vision embraces Palm Coast as a multi-generational community recognized as one of Florida's premier cities that provides exceptional amenities and standards that support a high-quality lifestyle, protects our environment, and builds a sustainable economic base while providing necessary infrastructure improvements and services. Because my own father proudly served as one of Palm Coast's founding fathers, I understand the efforts of those who came before us in supporting how Palm Coast came to be and following through on what our early leaders envisioned for us. I want to take a moment and recognize one person in particular. We are lucky to have Palm Coast Historical Society, to have them preserve our rich history. And today, I would like to honor Art Dyke, city historian, for his long service to our community. Thank you, Art, for doing everything possible to preserve our history in Palm Coast. And today we honor you as the Mayor's Citizen of the Year Award. Palm Coast is a leader in so many ways. We are strategic in planning for our future. We pride ourselves in being a well-run city with forward-thinking and stays on the cutting edge for economic growth and innovation. Financially, we are strong. Palm Coast has the lowest taxes for cities our size in Florida. We have an A+ Fitch bond rating, and communities that plan well spend well. We are able to pay upfront for our city hall and this amazing community center. We earn awards for our budget, financial reporting, and performance management system year after year. We are good stewards of our money. Our strong financial position is directly related to the spending decisions each of you make every day. I want to remind everyone here of the importance of shopping local. It is a great point of pride for me that our local sales tax dollars funded most of this $8 million community center without the city needing to borrow a single penny. The more we shop local, the more revenue we will bring in, and the more projects like the community center can be built for future generations, making Palm Coast an even better place to live. Because of that strategic planning and careful budgeting, we are able to invest in infrastructure and new initiatives that fulfill the vision and goals. This past year, we had many accomplishments and achievements within our 6 major goals, while also rising to the challenge of a hurricane for the 2nd year in a row. And I just want to stop here for a moment to thank our city staff for their outstanding response. I personally witnessed their dedication to serving our residents. They put in countless hours away from their families to help us recover. And I also want to recognize our citizens for their resiliency and willingness to help their neighbors. It was a proud moment for our city. Today, you'll be receiving a copy of our annual progress report and a summary of our budget. I'd like to highlight some of the 2017 successes you'll find in these reports. Our oldest and largest park, James F. Holland Memorial Park, underwent a major renovation and has already become one of our most popular parks. We also added shade sails on the playgrounds at 4 city parks. Citizens young and not as young, and even our furry 4-legged friends, are enjoying these amazing amenities. At our community center, we now have a fabulous playground and a trailhead that connects to St. Joe's Walkway and Linear Park. The community center underwent an extraordinary transformation last year, and it is now 3 times larger than before, and as you can see, modern and airy, bringing the outdoors across those expansive windows. Children's laughter carries across the playground into these beautiful spaces where all generations can exercise their bodies, minds, and hearts together. You've undoubtedly heard that Palm Coast has more than 125 miles of connecting paths. These trails are one of our gems. Just recently at our Citizens Academy, one couple told me that they moved to Palm Coast specifically because of our trail system. Last year, we were able to add 2 more sections of the Seminole Woods Boulevard path, and we built the new Forest Branch Trail in the F section. These trails truly connect us to our neighbors and to nature. As part of our ongoing median beautification, we added a colorful arrangement of trees and shrubs to the medians along Belterre Parkway from State Road 100 to Royal Palms Parkway. That last section concluded the Belterre medians, a project that began 15 years ago. These improvements are part of the amazing first impression that welcomes each new visitor to Palm Coast. With battling hurricanes 2 years in a row, we've had a special focus on our stormwater drainage system. In addition to regular maintenance, we rebuilt the Colorado Bridge and reconstructed the BS2 water control structure. Using these weirs, we can now control the water levels in our freshwater canals from a smartphone. With the massive amount of rain last fall, we are pleased on how our stormwater system performed, and we will continue to invest in improvements in our drainage system. We are proud to have improved our floodplain rating in the National Flood Insurance Program this past year. Our rating is among the best in the nation, which results in lower insurance premiums for our residents. We also earned designation as a storm-ready community. And to increase our citizens' awareness of where Palm Coast evacuation zones are located, we installed color-coded evacuation zone signs at 59 intersections. Hurricane Irma also pushed us to the limits with our wastewater system. The historic rainfall caused excessive inflow into the sewer system and overloaded our pump stations. Our employees worked tirelessly and brought tanker trucks in to keep the system pumped down and the water out of homes. Thankfully, all of our utility plants performed well through the storm, and our utility never lost water or sewer service. We will soon open a second wastewater treatment plant that will add to our capacity. Due to our strong financial position and thoughtful planning, future development will pay for this additional capacity without raising taxes. In addition, this new wastewater plant will produce an effluent quality that nearly meets drinking water quality standards. All should be proud of the efforts of your city to be environmentally responsible. We started converting city facilities to LED lighting, and street lights being installed by Florida Power and Light are all LED. Our City Hall is Florida Star certified, as well as LEED certified, and we built this community center to LEED standards. For economic growth, you'll see in the report that development and growth are steadily rising, and new home construction in Palm Coast is booming again. To help the city achieve all of these goals, we invest in ongoing training to develop our workforce talent. The annual progress report has a list of projects we accomplished in-house, saving us tax dollars. It also highlights employees from multiple departments who earned regional, state, and national awards this year. We've developed several innovative programs, such as a summer internship for college students. We want to give graduates of FPC and Matanzas a chance to gain work experience, while also helping the city with specific projects. I enjoy seeing these young adults working at City Hall. They bring fresh new ideas and diversity to our city government. As you can see, 2017 was a busy year. It was a productive 12 months that strengthened our state of the city. We made strong progress in pursuit of every one of our goals. And as mayor, I am proud of all we have accomplished. Nevertheless, we must keep moving forward. We must rise to meet the challenges of tomorrow and make our future better together. The City Council has chartered a course for the future, and this afternoon I want to share with you that vision and some of our plans for a prosperous 2018. We are focused on projects and initiatives around three important themes: public safety, quality of life, and our downtown innovation district. I'm going to start with public safety. Our residents asked us to increase our law enforcement efforts, and our new budget funded 5 additional Flagler County Sheriff's deputies this year. We have a strong partnership with Sheriff Rick Staley and appreciate the excellent service we receive from the Sheriff's Office in keeping our community safe. Thank you, Sheriff. And our fire department is also key to public safety. And we're proud to have one of the best fire ISO ratings in the nation. We are now in the process of purchasing a new fire engine, and for our firefighters, we are converting to new personal protective gear, or bunker gear, with additional safety features built in, including safety harnesses and improved reflective striping. While there are many fire safety professionals responsible for the Palm Coast Fire Department's success, one individual stands at the top.
and that is Chief Mike Beadle. Chief started with our department as a volunteer in 1988 and worked his way up. After Palm Coast Incorporated, he was hired as the city's first fire chief on September 4th, 2000. He is a shining example of how our city employees serve our citizens with dedication and excellence. It's no secret that Chief plans to retire this September. And today I want to honor him for his service. And I'm honoring him with the Mayor's first Public Service Award. Chief Beadle. Continuing on the topic of safety, we also responded to our citizens' request for more street lighting. A new master plan is being finalized for the city's continuous street lighting program, with the top priorities for this year being Lakeview Boulevard and Belterre Parkway from Palm Coast Parkway to State Road 100. This year, we are making improvements to several roadways to improve traffic safety. Improvements to the intersections of State Road 100 and Belterre, State Road 100 and Seminole Woods Boulevard, and at the US 1 entrance to the city's Public Works facility were designed in 2017 and will be constructed this year. A major traffic study showed that improvements were needed along Whiteview Parkway. In response to the study's findings, Whiteview Parkway will be reduced to 2 lanes, and a path for pedestrians and bicyclists will be built, as well as intersection and drainage improvements along the entire corridor. The design will be completed this year and construction in 2019. We are continuing to work on expanding the 3.6 miles of Old Kings Road North to 4 lanes. The design has been approved by the Florida Department of Transportation, and the city is now acquiring right-of-way that is needed. The city is urging the Florida Department of Transportation to fund the construction of this important project sooner rather than later. Another top priority has been the construction of our pathway on Lakeview. The Lakeview path is in our pedestrian bicycle master plan, and with the City Council's support and a grant from the Florida Department of Transportation, this project has been advanced. It's been designed, and I'm pleased to announce construction will begin soon. To ensure our continued progress, we have a number of other important infrastructure improvements this year. We are replacing 3 of our aging water control structures on the freshwater canals, with 2 of those funded by a grant from the St. John's Water Management District. With federal grant funding, we'll be installing a generator at City Hall and several lift stations, which will help us recover more quickly after inclement weather that we receive. Next, I would like to share with you the projects and initiatives aimed at maintaining and enhancing our quality of life. Thanks to our typically beautiful weather, our parks, and our location near the beach, we are fortunate to have an outdoor, active lifestyle year-round. The city offers recreational programs and events all year long to give our citizens many ways to enjoy life with their families, friends, and neighbors. Right now, we are in the midst of the Mayor's 30-30 Challenge, where I have challenged everyone to exercise 30 miles in 30 days. And I would like to challenge each and every one of you to please sign up on our city website and start logging your miles today. In this renovated and expanded community center, which opened last month, we now offer more classes and social activities than ever. We're thrilled to have the space needed to continue our adult and senior programs throughout the summer, even while Camp for Children is in session. Perhaps the most exciting project to improve our quality of life in 2018 is Phase 2 of Holland Park. Construction will start this summer on the splash park and additional playground equipment. Phase 2 will also include a shade structure for the small dog park, a covering for the bocce ball court, new handball and pickleball courts, exercise fitness stations and lighting, and I'm happy to report that the park will remain open throughout the entire improvement project. As I mentioned earlier, our trail system is one of our city's greatest assets and contributes greatly to our extraordinary quality of life. This year, we're planning to finish the major trail network in the Seminole Woods area with the final 2 phases along Sesame Boulevard. We are excited that our trail system will now connect to every neighborhood in Palm Coast. I'm even more excited and optimistic about the future of Palm Coast. City Council is focused on projects and initiatives targeted toward our downtown innovation district. In the 18 years we've been incorporated, we've always prided ourselves on selecting the latest technology for city services and operating at a high level of service for the benefit of our citizens. Technology is more and more a part of our daily lives, and the trend will only accelerate in the future for both citizens and our city government. We're already advancing many innovative strategic initiatives. We are only a handful of cities in the entire state of Florida which operates its own municipal broadband utility. Since 2006, we've laid over 50 miles of fiber to our FiberNet system, connecting city buildings, schools, and businesses for high-speed internet. This deliberate decision to invest in our own future will empower future technologists and the companies that relocate here to pursue top-level technology talent. This infrastructure will propel our city into the future, such as an adaptive traffic coordination system that will improve traffic flow. The city isn't stopping there. This city council has authorized a feasibility study to determine how we can leverage our FiberNet even more for economic development, growing our downtown, and smart city applications. We're listening to the job markets and understand the emphasis being placed on the ability to telecommunicate to work. We want Palm Coast to convince technologists from all over the country to relocate here and enjoy the quality of life we offer without the price tag of Silicon Valley. One of our newest high-tech initiatives is to improve cell phone service in Palm Coast. The City Council updated the city's cell tower ordinance and is partnering with Diamond Communications to attract cell carriers to build new towers here. Major carriers have already committed to putting up new towers and expanded coverage and service right here in Palm Coast. A few years ago, we started converting to advanced meters for digitally reading our water meters for accuracy and efficiency. Once again, the city is not stopping there. Our next phase will allow us to remotely read those advanced meters and provide citizens the ability to monitor their water use so we can all better conserve one of our most precious resources, water. Water conservation is a major emphasis for us, especially here in Florida, where water is such a precious resource. This month is the National Mayor's Challenge for Water Conservation, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to renew your pledge to conserve water. We placed 17th in the nation last year, and I'd love to see us improve our ranking in 2018. Palm Coast is excited to participate in FPL's Solar Now project for solar energy. 3 solar trees have been planted at Central Park, and a solar canopy has been installed in the parking lot right here at our community center, with another one planned at Holland Park. All of this, however, is just the beginning. Our local economy has rebounded. Growth and development is back in full swing. Now we are ready to take our efforts to a new level, focusing on innovation and developing our downtown. Our future downtown is an innovative hub of activity, a place that offers residents of all ages spaces to interact, enjoy the outdoors, go shopping, or get inspired by the arts and entertainment, and then grab a bite to eat, all within walking distance. The future downtown will also include diverse housing options to provide convenience and quality of life improvements for those who desire to live, work, and play within the same neighborhood. We are excited to see the execution of this plan coming to life already. The success of Palm Coast could not be possible without private investment in the development of our community. We are fortunate to have Elite Properties as one of our largest single investors and proud of the vision they created for Palm Coast Town Center. We are especially thankful for their continued dedication and investment to ensuring our high standards for quality of life as they continue building in Town Center and throughout Palm Coast with exciting projects like the new Palm Coast development along US 1. Elite has engaged a brand new development team, Douglas Property and Development, to position our downtown for the future, and we are beyond excited about this partnership. The Palm Coast Arts Foundation is working on its Performing Arts Center and is already offering quality programming. The Flagler Auditorium at Flagler Palm Coast High School is being renovated and expanded. The main entrance to our downtown is paving the way for new development. This is just the beginning. The future of our downtown will be realized over the next coming months and years with more announcements on the horizon. The city is working to kickstart development and realize this vision. I had the honor in December of participating in the Mayor's Institute of Community Design. Together, we worked on a creative solution and strategy that will help our downtown become the hub of activity and innovation. And City Council has put forth new goals and objectives to communicate our strategic vision to city staff so that they can execute and collaborate with community partners. To help us achieve these ambitious goals, City Council authorized a new position this past year, the Head of Innovation and Economic Growth. While only starting a few weeks ago, this position and city staff have already formed the innovation team to accelerate those initiatives. After coming back from the U.S. Conference of Mayors annual meeting, I was inspired to help transform our community to attract the next generation of innovators and leaders. Our downtown will embrace and enhance the diversity of our community and be a catalyst to the growth and diversification of our local economy. I am confident that our team and partners will help our vision of downtown become a reality. Florida Hospital Flagler is not only a great provider in delivering cutting-edge medical services, but is also a great partner in helping us realize our vision for the future of downtown. The hospital has invested millions of dollars into medical technology and robotics found in very few places in Florida. And their footprint will only grow as they build out their master plan in the coming years, bringing more employment opportunities, medical professionals, and people looking to have the state-of-the-art procedures completed in Palm Coast. We're fortunate to have strong leadership representing us in Tallahassee as well. Representative Paul Renner and Senator Travis Hudson are superb leaders at the state level. And they share our vision for the future of Palm Coast as a hub of innovation and economic growth. I'm confident that they will answer our calls to represent Palm Coast to assist us in achieving our strategic initiatives. We have a shared purpose and common values with our local government partners. With Flagler Beach's quintessential beach town, Beverly Beach's quaint community, Marineland's research and education, and Bunnell's agricultural contributions, and the Hammock lovely homes and resorts, we have many opportunities to attract visitors and new residents. We work closely with the Flagler County Department of Economic Opportunity and the Flagler County Chamber of Commerce to attract new businesses while supporting and growing existing local businesses. The Palm Coast Business Assistance Center, which is a partnership with the Florida Small Business Development Center at the University of Central Florida, plays an important role too, by providing business consulting services to entrepreneurs at no cost. After I attended the Mayor's Conference on Entrepreneurship through the Kauffman Foundation, I was inspired to continue to support the entrepreneurial movement and build our entrepreneurial ecosystem to empower the makers, the dreamers, and the doers. One of the most vital components for successful economic growth is quality education. Flagler Schools has a strong reputation for their deep commitment to excellence and for preparing our children for the workforce and higher education. Through their digital learning initiative, every child has access to technology each and every day. Students have many options for college prep, including advanced placement classes, the International Baccalaureate Program, and dual enrollment with Daytona State College, which also offers trade certifications and workforce training for our community. Flagler Schools is on the cutting edge of developing the workforce of tomorrow through their innovative flagship programs for classroom to career success. As American entrepreneur Adam Braun said, it is the local community that needs to own the commitment to education. We could not ask or carry out our vision for our downtown without a world-class K-12 education system, and Flagler Schools is the keystone to our success. During my time, I've been most inspired and encouraged by our talented youth who truly are our future, and that future is very bright. They are the reason I work tirelessly each and every day to help make this future a reality. Today, I would like to honor one of the young adults who helped develop the city's internship program while serving as an intern. Maeve Deneen, a graduate of FPC and Mercer University in Georgia, has interned with us twice now and is currently assisting the city with several special projects until she goes to law school this summer to study intellectual property law. Maeve is a shining example of the potential of the youth in our community. Maeve, please come forward and accept the Mayor's Next Generation Award. In conclusion today, I would like to go back to the theme of this year's State of the City, making our future together. The key word is being together. It is truly each of us, our residents, who are most important of all. Our community members are the motivation for everything we do. Every time I speak to a group, I get a chance to hear their stories about how they found Palm Coast and what they cherish most about this community. I am reminded that very few of us were born and raised in Palm Coast, but we chose to live here. Those who attend our Citizens Academy share warm memories of enjoying time with friends, walking on our trails, taking in a performance, shopping in our local boutiques, or simply going outdoors and enjoying paradise. I even hear from residents about the positive first impressions they had in our community, even under the tree canopy along Palm Coast Parkway, reminding me of my father. Your stories inspire us, and your choice to live here motivates us to keep making our tomorrow even better than today. All of us, business owners, civic leaders, government employees, elected officials, and all citizens of Palm Coast have a stake in the future of our community. It is the utmost importance that we continue working together to keep Palm Coast progressing in a positive way for future generations, so that we are a robust, well-rounded community that is always stretching, reaching, and growing. I especially look forward to our blossoming partnerships with Elite Properties, Douglas Property and Development, Flagler Schools, Florida Hospital Flagler, our state partners, and so many others that will join us to complete exciting projects in our downtown. Please stay tuned, as I'm sure many exciting announcements are here to come. In just a moment, we're going to end with a short video, but before that, I want to tell you how honored I am to be your mayor, and how much I appreciate the chance to be part of this occasion. From our earliest days, Palm Coast has been a very special place and will continue to be a special place for generations to come. I am proud of the state of the city today, and I'm excited to see what our future holds. Thank you.
This is the life I make. I don't need a holiday to make me feel this way. Listen up, take a chance. You can sing, you can dance, you can live like there's no tomorrow. Give it time and you'll find there's a groove, there's a rhyme. Move along and the rest will follow.
Once again, before I bring John back up, I really want to extend my thanks to each and every one of you for being here today. And I'm asking everybody in this room to help us in making our future together.
And the words you've all been waiting for. In closing, great job, Mayor Holland. Thank you so much. Thank you to the city staff for a great presentation. Holy cow, is it any wonder why we live here in Palm Coast? And how about one more round of applause for city staff and the presentation? Thank you very much. Okay, that's it. Thanks for coming to the inaugural Palm Coast State of the City address. We look forward to seeing you next year. And back to the studio at WNZF. Thank you.